Hello and welcome to now we're on week 10 of the Transfer Portal CFB Gambling Show. Just me and Matt again. People got stuff to do, but we'll keep on chugging. Matt, how we doing?
We're terrible after last week. I don't think I hit a single bet last week. I had to redeposit, so
What
that
did
tells you
I-
how bad last week was.
Last week was tough. I hit Penn State on the spread. Good thing I didn't take the money line there. The last couple weeks I've been going even. I'm either one win up or one loss up. So last week I went 1-0. My lock didn't hit. 1-1, 2-1, 2-3. That's supposed to be the under. Wait, did I take the? What was the score in the Iowa Northwestern game?
33-10. If you had the,
Oh,
if you
I
had the
bet the over by accident, so that's a winner. And then 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-3, 3-3. I went 4-4. So
again.
we're even again. Maction has not been kind to me. I'm 0-3. I lost my 2 straight bets on Tuesday. Last night on Wednesday. We're recording on Thursday to come out Friday. My parlay missed. I messed up both money lines, so technically I'm 0-4. But got Coastal tonight. Hopefully that'll bring you back from the brink.
Yeah, I hit one bet on Saturday, and I put all the winnings from that on a Maction parlay, and hit 1-3. So that tells you where I'm at. So I had to redeposit, but we're gonna get back. Bet. I don't know.
We'll be back. So let's get to this. We don't have any plays for Friday. UMass, UConn, Duke, BC, UW, Oregon State. I'm leaning Duke in that game on Friday night, but it's not gonna be an official play just yet. If it is an official play, I'll tweet it out tomorrow. But nothing for Friday for me. You have nothing for Friday, right?
No, I thought about Oregon State money line, a little upset, but they're just not the same away from home.
Yeah, and the UW they get after it at night. It's gonna be a night game. I think Oregon State is a very good pass defense, but Penix Jr. should play well. So let's get to Saturday. First game, 11:30 a.m. I'm betting on the first game. Service Academy, Air Force Army. You know what that means? That's a Service Academy under for me. That's an under. 41 is very high, I think, for that game. I don't know if people bought that up because they've been taking the over, but I'm on the under for that for sure. I see 40, 41. I have it at 41. But yeah, the under should be the play there. Air Force in their game against Navy won that game 13-10. I don't believe Army's played a Service Academy team yet. They have not. Their defense kind of stinks, but they know exactly what Air Force is running. Air Force knows what Army is running. Under 41. I should have made that my lock, but I did not. So, oh well.
I've seen a few people talking about taking overs here, including our good friend Dan from the Action Network and the Transfer Portal. I've seen rumors about people taking over, but that's service, death, taxes, and Service Academy unders. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't fade that.
We know where we are. We know who's playing.
Yeah. So then the next game on the board, noon game. Ohio State Northwestern, stay away from that. TCU Texas Tech. I'm gonna stay away from that. The game that I'm gonna go after here is Purdue and Iowa at noon. I'm taking Purdue -4, just because Iowa's offense is atrocious, and I think Purdue, their defense is good enough. Anybody's defense is good enough to stop Spencer Petras and the Iowa offense. Their offense is good enough to put up a couple points against Iowa. They're coming off a loss to Wisconsin, but I could see them scoring 3-4 touchdowns and Iowa putting up 2 touchdowns, maybe one going to be defensive. But I really like Purdue in this game. I think O'Connell is a bounce back game from last week. They're not going to be able to run the ball. It's going to be all about the pass, but I think they'll get it done.
Yeah, Purdue, my Big Ten West Purdue bet is looking a little rough now. It's on the ropes, but we hope they fight. Yeah, they gotta win out pretty much. Now the TCU game, I'm leaning TCU -8.5.
I agree
but
with that.
8.5 is a weird number, and I'm staying away from it because the number's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's 8.5 is a weird number. If it was 7.5, a little better. I don't like 8.5. That's kind of spooky.
Yeah, 7.5, I can buy it down to 6.5 and not get killed on the odds, but 8.5 is just I don't want to buy 2 points.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's too much juice. So then that's pretty. Those are all the noon plays for us. I have something in Maryland, Wisconsin later on in my parlay. Yeah, Minnesota, Nebraska. Maybe I'm looking at Nebraska here. Honestly, I don't hate that.
Casey Thompson can put points on the board, like because the way they're projecting this game, they're projecting to score Nebraska to score like 14. And I just don't think their offense is
They scored 9 against Illinois, and they lost
that
by
bad.
17. Yeah, that's pretty much right where it should be at, I guess.
Yeah.
37 points. All right, that's a Nebraska lean. It's not official, but I'm gonna lean Nebraska there. 16 at home is, I don't hate it. So the next game we're gonna talk about is the game of the day. Tennessee, Georgia. Tennessee's getting 8. I think 96% of the public money is on Tennessee, and
Jesus.
I am joining the public because I think that's a disrespectful spread to the Vols. I think they could win this game outright, honestly, but I'm just gonna stick with the 8.
I agree, but that's not what my official bet is. My official bet is the under because the over under is 66 against this game, and I love
Jeez.
Tennessee. I love Hendon Hooker. I hope he's a top 10 pick. The Vols have been fantastic this year on offense. They run one of the fastest paces in the country. Good offensive teams have played Georgia this year. No one scored more than 22 points.
Yeah, and Tennessee is a very good rush defense.
So I think Tennessee definitely. Yeah, I think Tennessee keeps this close, and I think Tennessee will probably keep this one in the touchdown. But I think even if they score 28, I think it's probably like 28-31, this under still hits. And if Tennessee can stop the run, we're relying on Stetson Bennett, whose Heisman hype have died down since that great game against Oregon Week 1. He's still Stetson Bennett. He is what it is.
Yeah, he's Stetson Bennett. Tennessee does have a good defense, a very good rush defense, but I agree that number's way too high. It's not going to be a shootout like Tennessee Alabama was. Georgia's defense is a lot better than Alabama's defense, and their offense is not nearly as good. Stetson Bennett is Stetson Bennett. He went on a beautiful run last year. He's fine. He's serviceable, but he's a 25-year-old walk on that's playing quarterback. So I don't think he can beat you. So I do like that underplay, but I think Tennessee will keep it close. And yeah, 31-28, that still keeps it under. That sounds like a good score. So Tennessee and the under from the two of us. That's going to be a great game.
And my official prediction is Tennessee has a drive late in the game to get in the lead with a touchdown. They don't get in the end zone. That's my official prediction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that happening. And then Georgia jumps to one. Even if Tennessee loses this game, they're still alive for the
They
playoff,
should still
I
be
think.
in the CFP. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. They're in a great spot right now, but hopefully they don't, for their sake, feels like 98, give them the win. So next up for us, we're staying away. Oregon, that's way too big. Oregon minus 31.5 against the garbage Colorado Buffs. That's humongous.
If that's 28 or better, I take it. But 31,
Yeah,
come on.
31.5 that's a lot. We'll see where I'm at going into 3:30 games, but I'm not going to touch that. Illinois getting 17 against Michigan State. Whew, that's way too big. I know Michigan State sucks, but
Spreads are just great.
17. It could be a Michigan State play. Oklahoma, Kansas should be even. That's fair. But official play coming up from Matt, Syracuse, Pitt. What you got there?
Syracuse money line. Pitt's favored in this game for the Syracuse has lost 2 games. They've lost against Clemson in a game they arguably should have won. They had a great chance to win that game against one of the top 5 teams in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And he's Notre Dame, who people thought were going to be good coming into the year. We didn't. And most of us around the transfer portal were pretty low on Notre Dame, but people thought Notre Dame was going to be good. They have the tools to be a good football team. So like losing against them isn't a huge deal.
Yeah, and Schrader was hurt. They had some guys hurt.
Yeah. Keaton Slovis has not played great this year. He's been average at best, and that's if I'm being very nice because he used to play at USC. Syracuse's pass defense is fantastic. Pitt is going to struggle to move the ball through the air, but on Israel Abanikanda, who I love, he was one of my favorite running backs coming into the year, and he's only outperformed. But the majority of his production has come against very bad defensive teams, which Syracuse is not. Syracuse is a very good defensive team. So I think they'll be able to shut down Slovis and slow down Abanikanda, and I think Syracuse wins this game.
What's that number at?
Plus 165, I got it at. I think it's still around there.
That's crazy because they're plus 165, and then Maryland is a 5-point dog against Wisconsin, and they're plus 140 or 165. So, like, it's weird that it's a 1.5, but the money lines are basically the same. I don't know how that figures.
I think it's within a touchdown. They keep it. It moves up a lot slower incrementally. I think
that does make sense. Yeah, I like that Syracuse play. I don't think Pitt's very good. They're gonna be. Let's check their schedule because I want to see if they're if they'll be bowl eligible because they're 4-4 right now, and a lot of people, our boy Desmond Howard had them in the playoff, and that it's not happening.
They got Virginia.
They have so Virginia and Miami. It's gonna come down to I think they lose this game. They're gonna beat Virginia. They gotta win. Be either Duke or Miami to be bowl eligible. Miami might not even be bowl eligible.
We in our ACC preview, we were talking about Miami winning the ACC.
Yeah.
ACC and the last week, we're talking about them being bowl eligible in the last week.
Garbage team. Georgia Tech. They might not even be bowl eligible. Wow.
They could be. Yeah, they're not beating Clemson. Obviously, they could. Georgia Tech could beat them. Florida State probably.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, not great. That's what happens when you lose to MTSU.
Lord. Yeah. All right. So next game on the board, I'm taking UTSA to beat UAB. That's even. I'm taking their money line. I think it's dead even. It's minus 110. I love the Roadrunners. Meep Nation. They're the best team in Conference USA. If they were at home, they'd be close to a touchdown favorite. I think they win this game by a touchdown. They're just far and away the best team in the conference. UAB is coming off 2 losses to FAU and Western Kentucky. UTSA has won, 5 straight after starting 1-2. So, and they lost to Texas and Houston, 2 games that people weren't really expecting them to win. They should have beaten Houston. They hung in there with Texas for a little bit, but I love this team. I think they handle UAB pretty easily, and they win that game.
UAB is a weird team because, I'm looking at what all the players on UAB are doing, and it feels like they should be winning a lot more games, but they're just not winning. It's weird. Their
defense has been holding teams, but they can't score.
Yeah, they're getting a ton of yards. Dwayne McBride had I think 192 yards last week in the end zone. His over-under for rushing yards is 130 over it, but he didn't get in the end zone, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, they run the ball a ton. They're averaging 190 through the air, which is not great. But yeah, McBride is a stud, and they run the ball a lot. But I just think UTSA is better. I really like Harris. I really like Zahari Franklin. I just think that they're the best team in the conference, and hopefully that future bet that I had stays true for them to win it. So next up this is a fun one. This is also an Andrewster play for me as well. Liberty plus 14 against Arkansas. Arkansas.
That's not great.
Yeah, Arkansas. They're not good. They're very fraudulent. They beat Auburn. They beat a struggling BYU team who Liberty also just crushed. I know Liberty struggled against Gardner-Webb 3 weeks ago or whatever it was, but this is just, I don't know if Liberty's going to win the game, but they should cover the 14. I forget their backup quarterback's name, but it doesn't matter because they have Hunter. They have Day Hunter running the ball. He's a beast, and Arkansas's defense is not good. So expect Day Hunter to run for 200 plus yards and a couple scores. The backup quarterback is Jonathan Bennett because Salter is hurt. Bennett's been playing. Bennett's been very serviceable. I just think this game is going to be pretty close throughout, just like how Arkansas played Missouri State close. It's going to be just like that. And Liberty could come away with the win, but the 14 is a lot more enticing. So I'm taking Liberty plus 14, and Drewster's also on that.
Yeah, out of play play live. I'm just looking at the board. Add to this 4 p.m. slate. Give me South Alabama -4.
Yeah, I love the Jags. They're playing Georgia Southern, right, on the road.
Give me South Alabama -4.
Damian Webb, man, that guy, when that guy gets going, the Jags win games. It just really all depends on if he can get going, and I think he should. I know Georgia Southern has a solid defense, but I just think Webb is way too good.
It's solid, but it's really they allow 210 yards a game on the ground. It's really susceptible to the run.
Yeah, it is, which is how South Alabama wins games. Webb won the Sun Belt Conference Player of the Week last week. I have it written down. 162 yards and 3 touchdowns against Arkansas State. So South Alabama kind of put themselves in a hole against Troy.
Weird game.
In that Sickos game that was really bad. I had South Alabama -3 or whatever, and I'm not good on Thursday, Friday games. And this was a Thursday night game, and they did not show up at home. But
yeah, I gotta stop betting in the middle of the week.
Yeah, I gotta stop. They're a good team though. The Sun Belt has been the fun belt this year, and a lot of teams are wide open to win it. So I think that's it for the 4:00 games for us. Troy, Louisiana. I don't hate Louisiana +4 against Troy, but that's a disappointing team this year. But I digress. Let's move on. LSU, Alabama, I'll talk about a little bit later. Let's go to Texas and K-State. I think you will play there, right?
I'm talking about that later.
Oh, later. Never mind, guys.
We got content to make. That's later.
Yeah, we got content later. So, Bama, LSU. So those are two of our games. Houston, SMU is the game that I want to talk about. Not Houston, SMU. Clemson, Notre Dame. That is, I don't know, man. It's a weird spot. 3.5. Weird.
Are they sure?
Weird. Very, very weird. We're not high on Notre Dame. I took Notre Dame to win in the upset show. That's my upset of the week. I'm not going to bet it because I don't like Notre Dame and I don't want them to win. So if I bet on them to win and then they lose and I lose money because of it, I will be very upset. So not doing that. It being 3.5 is crazy to me because I thought Clemson would be at least a touchdown or more.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just saw that. That's crazy.
The only thing because I know Clemson's defense isn't great, but I know Notre Dame needs to get the run going in order for them to win. Drew Pine is not good, like we said earlier. It's all about how DJ plays, really. DJ, if he struggles, Notre Dame can win this game and can cover. But it's really in his hands because Notre Dame won't, they're not world breakers on offense. The defense is fine, but I don't know. Going into South Bend, it's a weird one because people thought this would be a top 10 matchup.
Last week from Louisville, Wake Forest, there's no reason this should be within a touchdown, and then Sam Hartman died in the third quarter.
Yeah, his brain stopped working, really ruining my 11-1 Wake Forest prediction.
Deceased.
Yeah, it's very upsetting. Michigan keeps mowing through bad teams. They have one good win with Penn State. Auburn, Mississippi State, boring. South Carolina only being a touchdown favorite at Vanderbilt is kind of hilarious because Vanderbilt is Vanderbilt, and I know that South Carolina they just lost to Missouri. How bad is that? Coming off that big win against Texas A&M at home, and then the next week you lay an egg against Missouri. Come on, guys.
I mean, it was very predictable.
Yeah, I had it in my parlay. It was so obvious. Spencer Rattler stinks.
Big wolf, man.
That offense, oh boy, not great. But I mean, if they imagine they lose to Vanderbilt, Columbia might be set on fire. I don't know how those guys would react down there. James Madison, Louisville. Ooh.
I thought about the money line there. I thought about maybe Louisville, but I stayed away.
Louisville's coming off that win against Wake Forest. James Madison just lost to Marshall. That's a lean. We'll see where I'm at night, but that's not going to be an official play. But now we're at official play. You got something in Wake Forest, NC State, right?
Okay. I am betting that what I saw out of Wake Forest last week was an aberration. I am betting that Sam Hartman not actually die in third quarter when he had 6 turnovers in one
Oh
quarter
my lord.
by himself. I'm betting that is not the case, and they beat NC State -4. Because NC State, without them, they cannot move the ball. They have no way of moving the ball down the field explosively. They are extremely rough on offense. They should not have won last week against Virginia Tech. They were down multiple touchdowns against Virginia Tech. They should not have won that game. Wake Forest is a significantly better team than Virginia Tech. They should win this game by a touchdown. So I'm betting that is what happens.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna add that to my card as well. I like Sam Hartman way too much. That's just an aberration, like you said. I don't think NC State's very good. I forget the true freshman quarterback they're starting. MJ, what's his name?
Thomas. Or no, not Thomas, Morris.
MJ Morris, yes, because Devin Leary's hurt. He looked good against Virginia Tech. He did. But, I mean, I think this game, what's the total? 54? I don't know. NC State's defense is solid. But I think Sam Hartman has a bounce-back game. He's way better than the way he played last week. They'll win this game. And I think Wake will – let's see. Who would be the – I guess it'd be UNC in the New Year's Six Bowl if Clemson goes undefeated, and it'd be UNC Clemson in the ACC championship. So Wake wouldn't make one if they went out. But I'm all in on the Deacons. I still love them. I love Sam Hartman. Let's go. -4. True freshman MJ Morris. He's good. He's going to struggle for some reason. I just have a feeling. So that's our slate. Bit of a small card. Shoot. Andrew Sir had a play that I missed.
I had one more too. I'll talk about it while you find Andrew Sir's play.
I missed one. Sorry.
I'm officially on a full faith. We love Miami right now. Hate Miami. Give me Florida State -7.5. But Miami stinks.
Oh, I did. I had it written down too, and I completely forgot to bring it up. Yeah, Miami stinks. What are they? A touchdown? What are they at?
Yeah, 7.5.
I think it'll be a lot closer just because it's a game where Miami is going to want to win, but they stink. Like, I don't know what happened to them. I miss Andrew's play 3:30 slate. He's got Washington State and Cam Ward -4.5 against Stanford. I like that play. Stanford's no bueno. They're 3-5 right now. They're coming off a loss to UCLA crushed them. That's right. I hit a parlay last week. I forgot about my parlay. I didn't tweet it out, but I had Ole Miss money line. What was it? It was Ole Miss money line, UCLA money line, and another money line. It was like +350 to hit. So that is why I was positive last week.
Oh.
Huge. Dog parlay missed by 2. Got another one cooked up. Yeah, so that's our slate. A little bit of a small one. A lot of teams still on bye. So I think the last week for bye weeks are either
next week, right?
Next week, yeah. And then everyone will be back in the full swing of things. And then we got bowls coming up. So on to the parlay teaser corner. You got anything for us?
I got a little.
Duke's not down here. He's upstairs.
I got a little three-leg dog parlay. I got Maryland +170 against Wisconsin. I have Kansas. They're barely a dog. They're -105 versus -115, but that's still a dog. That's still a dog.
It's a puppy.
And then Syracuse +155 against Pitt.
I like that. What's the
+1200?
Ooh. Also, my dog's he's upstairs. He's not here, but his official play is Duke -10 on Friday.
Woo!
Because that's his name. So I got another dog lay. It's not a super dog play like last week. It's a money line and alt spreads. So Maryland's in there for me. I think that they beat Wisconsin. I think they're a better team. They're way too talented. Graham Mertz kind of stinks. Is Talia playing?
Should be. Like they're saying he's gonna test it out pregame, but all the indications are he should be a good.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, even if he doesn't play, I still think they can win the game just because they're way more talented in Wisconsin. And then I have K-State, bought them up to a touchdown +7. They should cover the 7 at home. I think they should win the game at home, but they should cover the 7. Not worried about that. Houston against SMU, bought that up to a touchdown as well. +7 against SMU. That'll be a close game. I think it's going to be high scoring. I could see it going to overtime, honestly, just because that's how Houston plays. And then Florida +7 against Texas A&M. That's a game where nobody really cares about. It's two SEC schools that are kind of disappointing this year. But I think Anthony Richardson and the Gators keep it close. So that's my dog lay +928. You got a money line to spice it up, and then 3 touchdown alt spreads.
I like it.
So now, locks. Let's go with Andrewster's first before I go on my whole dramatic spiel. Andrewster is on Auburn +12.5, which he said, what'd he say? Who are they playing again? I honestly completely forget who Auburn's playing. Mississippi State?
Sounds right.
That sounds right.
SEC, I assume.
Auburn +12, lock from Andrewster because interim coaches win. He's right. And I kind of like that. I think they'll be playing hard for whoever. I don't even know who the interim head coach is. Brian Harsin's gone. These Auburn guys want to prove something. I believe it's not. I forget is Ashford still their quarterback? I have not followed Auburn at all because they stink.
You know who the interim is? It's Cadillac.
Oh, Cadillac's the interim?
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna win the game outright. What is this? All right, I'm taking add Auburn to my card as well. I didn't know Cadillac was the interim. They might win this game outright. Wow.
I don't care who's playing for Auburn.
Cadillac's the interim, though. He's gonna get those guys. Yeah, Mississippi State at night. Oh, they're gonna win this game outright. Add Auburn to my card. Oh boy, I didn't know it was Cadillac. That's awesome. Shout out Cadillac Williams. What a guy. All right. So that's Andrewster's lock. I love it. I'm adding it to my card +12.5. I'll go into my lock. Last week, we missed it by a touchdown, I think. I kept going with the Toledo overs. They're very, very iffy. But look, I know that I'm 5-4 now. It's been a roller coaster for the locks this year. But primetime game, Saturday night, SEC matchup. Alabama, LSU, over 56. That's a 5-star white whale play. Lock of the week. This is a game you want to bet the over on. This is going to be a fun game. Alabama's defense has been good against bad offenses. When they play a good offense like Tennessee, 52-49 they lost. I think Alabama wins this game, but I also think they put up a ton of points. LSU defense, I don't love their defense, but I do love Bryce Young in the Alabama offense. Jaden Daniels is going to show out and prove people that he's the guy. Prove to people that he's the guy. People thought he was going to be at Arizona State. Now he's at LSU. He's going to perform. He's going to be lights out. 56. This game's going to end. Alabama's going to win this game like 42-31. Way over. This game goes over. That's my lock. I'm in love with it.
I like it. I'm headed back to Texas. Texas K-State. It was in your parlay. You had a touchdown. Hoping Texas wins by 5. But I think I've backed the Longhorns a lot this year, and they've been kind of up and down for me. And this one's risky is because the Wildcats just absolutely blitzed Oklahoma State. But it's not like we haven't seen Texas do that. They definitely beat Oklahoma 49-0 just a few weeks ago. So they can smash Power 5 opponents too. I think this matchup to me comes down to Texas is good at stopping the run. Mm-hmm. And that is what you want. You want Deuce Vaughn to not have the game in his hands. You want it to go to – is Adrian Martinez playing? I know he's a little banged up.
I believe he is playing as of right now, but I think he's questionable. Let me double check on that.
Yeah. So Adrian Martinez banged up. He's not good when he's healthy. I especially don't like him when he's banged up. So I think the trio of Bijan, Quinn Ewers, and Worthy is they're humming right now. I think they're going to be too hard to stop because K-State won't be able to just focus on one of them. One of the other ones will beat them otherwise. So I like Texas -2.5. I like them to win by 6. So your parlay hits.
Yes, let's do it. That's fine by me. Adrian Martinez, they're saying it is a coin flip if he plays or not. That's from yesterday. So let me double check on that. I'll check Twitter. Probably get nothing.
Yeah, college football injuries. Gotta love them.
You never know. You never ever know.
So if someone could pour their ACL, and it's like, yeah, we'll see how they feel next week.
Yeah, that's good for you though. I mean, if it comes down to it, my parlay, the line will move a lot more if Martinez is declared out. So those are our locks. And Rooster, Cadillac Williams, interim coach, lock. Auburn plus 12.5. I'm on over 56 LSU Alabama, and Matt is on Texas minus 2.5. So that is our show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share with all your friends. We'll be back next week. Let's win some money.